Today is Thursday, Parashat Chukat. We're learning the Gemara from Chok L'Yisrael. The Gemara brings a situation about a person who was involved in two mitzvot at the same time. One mitzvah was Shiluach HaKen, and the other mitzvah is Kibud Avaim. His father had asked him to go up to a place where there was a nest and to send away the mother bird and to take the little chicks. This is the mitzvah of Shiluach HaKen, of sending the mother hen. And the father had asked him to do that, so he was doing the mitzvah of respecting his father. Both these mitzvot, the mitzvah of Shiluach HaKen and the mitzvah of respecting your father and mother in the Torah, mentions that you do this so that you'll have length of days. And we understand this to mean that the person will have a long life. And such a person, when he was fulfilling both mitzvot, one very easy, just send away the mother hen, just shoo it off. And then the other one, which usually is quite complicated, to do it fully, which is to fully do everything that is incumbent upon you to show respect to your father and mother. And these two mitzvot, the easy one to do and the one that may be much, much more harder, has associated with it the reward of length of days. Yet, this person who was doing these two mitzvot, on his way back down, fell down and died. And the Gemara says, Rabbi Yaakov Ma'aseh Chaza, he saw such an occurrence. So how could that be? V'dilma me'arer ba'avera hava. The Gemara says maybe as he was involved in those mitzvot, he was having thoughts, sinful thoughts, thoughts of sins. The Gemara says, Machshava ra'a en HaKadosh Baruch Hu metzarfa le'maaseh. Even if a person has bad thoughts, sinful thoughts, as long as he has to do action, it's not counted as a sin. So how could he be punished in any way and dying just when he's involved in such mitzvot about which it said that a person will have length of days? The Gemara says, V'dilma me'arer be'avodat elilim hava. Maybe he was having thoughts of avodah zarah, of idolatry. And there, even if a person is not doing something in action, but just having thoughts of worshipping the avodah zarah, he could be held liable for that also. Dichtiv leman tefos et Beis Yisrael beribam, ve'amar Rav Acha bar Yaakov zu machshavat avodat elilim. So therefore, the pasuk that we quote here has to do with even having the thoughts of avodah zarah is already a problem. If you have in mind, if a person has in mind to worship. So the question of the Gemara is, if he was involved in mitzvot of respecting his father and doing Shiluach HaKen, then those mitzvot should protect him from having sinful thoughts of avodah zarah. But it says here, there is no reward. Really, there is some fringe benefits, you could say, of enjoying some kind of reward in this world, but the real reward for the mitzvot is in Olam Haba. And therefore, that person who was involved in these two mitzvot will have a great share in Olam Haba in terms of the reward for those mitzvot. And if it happened that he fell and died after he was involved in sending the mother hen, the mother bird, and coming back, then the reward is still there for him in Olam Haba. Or the Gemara asks a question, Ve'amar bin Azar shluchei mitzvah enan nizokin. We learn somewhere else that when a person is shliach mitzvah, he's a messenger to do a mitzvah, to fulfill a mitzvah. We've learned a principle that a person is not harmed. That's why many times when somebody travels, we give him tzedakah. We tell him, go and do the mitzvah of tzedakah where you're going, and therefore you'll be protected. The Gemara says, wait a minute, on his way to do a mitzvah, a person is protected. But on his way back, as he was coming down from that tree that he had climbed up, or from that high place where he had climbed to, on the way back, he's not protected. Gemara says, no. Rabbi Azar says, Shluchei mitzvah enan nizukin lo ba'alichatan velo b'chazaratan. People who are messengers to fulfill a mitzvah are not harmed neither on their way to doing the mitzvah nor on their way back. So how could he be harmed, falling and being, and dying just on the way back from doing a mitzvah? The Gemara answers, Sulam ra'ua hava umakom dikvia hezeka sha'aneh. The Gemara says that it was a ladder that was a broken ladder, and the ladder was shaky and broken, and it was risky to go up in such a ladder. Yet a person went up on that risky ladder, and as he was coming down on that ladder that was a broken ladder, that was not a safe ladder, that's why injury was likely to happen. And where injury is likely to happen, when there is something of danger, we don't rely on such a thing as shluchei mitzvah, people about a mitzvah are not harmed. You take your precautions. And he brings here a pasuk from Shmuel, just like Vayomer Shmuel echalech v'shama Shaul v'aragani. And this is a proof that a person, from this pasuk, the Gemara brings a proof that while a person is protecting while doing the mitzvot, he cannot take undue risk with his life and do something that would be dangerous, because that he would be putting his life or his himself on the line of injury. And therefore, since that was a ladder that was broken, that was a risky thing to go on it, he shouldn't have been involved in doing that mitzvah with such a ladder. He should have gone and brought a safe, stable ladder to go up on. And that was some of the Gemara that we learned today in Chok L'Yisrael. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen ve'amen.